Hello, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. This is episode 55. In the last episode, we dealt with Orin. The city is now in turmoil. There are mind flayers popping up in the streets. It's a terrible thing. But we do have one more thing to do before we head off to what would be the final battle. We've been putting it off. I did consider doing it really early in Act 3 because it does finish Shadowheart's build. We will finally be going to hell. I don't know if we can buy a newspaper anymore because there are mind flayers in the street, as I said. Let's be on our way to find this diabolist that we're looking for from Gortash's note. I found someone selling a newspaper, even though the streets are run, well, crazy. I'll take one.
Have a gander at that. Come back tomorrow if you fancy fresh news.
I will try. There might be mind flayers roaming around, but at least someone's still selling newspapers. Are vampires real? Alright, let's head up this way and get to where we're going.
The Devil's Fee.
Yeah, that sounds like the place.
Are the gods truly this petty?
I welcome thee to the Devil's Fee, where every hellish curio's a rarity. So merry be, and shop with glee.
Did you help Gortash retrieve some hellish curios by any chance?
You must be awfully familiar with our esteemed Archduke to know about a thing like that.
I happened upon some of his correspondence that mentioned you dealings with him.
Truly? That's remarkable. I like to deal with remarkable people. Very well. You seek answers. Lord Mammon seeks coin. I will happily mediate. Make me an offer.
Well, you know, any saleswoman worth her salt offers a free sample. Oh, not even that hard, but we'll still guidance.
The first hit's free, eh? Oh, fine. I'll humor you, mortal. Just this once. You stand before Mammon's picklock, latchkeeper of the 9 hells. My business is not information, nor hellish curios. Not really. I break people into the hells. That's my thing. I can reveal to you that I opened a portal for Lord Gortash.
And did this portal have to do something with the crown of Karsus?
Raphael. That sounds vaguely familiar, but I have a terrible memory for names. The only thing that jogs it is coin.
You can have a gold.
Oh, come now. Don't be miserly.
Alright, 100 gold.
I mean, I suppose that'll do. Stingy bastard. Yes, you are quite correct. The Crown of Karsus left the vault, and an opportunity opened for a devil named Raphael. His House of Hope is furnished with a great deal of treasures, many related to Karsus. But alas, he lacks the crown itself. He's rather ambitious. One can only wonder what he has planned for the crown. The answers to that can probably be found within his house.
Then I shall brush out Boo's fur, for we are going a-visiting.
And you're able to help me break into the House of Hope?
What a fascinating proposition. Ludicrous, of course, but fascinating nevertheless. Very well. If you wish to die in Avernus, that's your business. Mine is charging you for it. Of course, such a task will require quite the substantial donation to Lord Mammon's coffers.
Such a task would be tantamount to suicide. Do not even entertain it.
I'm a skilled thief. Give me free passage, and I'll bring you back a souvenir. Easy.
You put me in a difficult position, mortal. You are almost certain to fail. Almost. And so, there is a chance you might succeed. Fine. I'd like to be able to carry all of my precious stock without the need of a team of oxen. There are gauntlets of hill giant strength within the House of Hope. Free passage, and you fetch them for me. Deal?
Deal.
Allow me to outline how this is going to work. First, you were never here. We never spoke. Second, you will perform the rites yourself. I want absolute deniability. Here's the grimoire and necessary components. Oh, take this key, too. It unlocks the ritual room upstairs. There's a blood circle already drawn. Don't ask whose blood.
Convenient.
Along with the grimoire and components, Helsik hands you a note containing precise instructions for performing the ritual.
Finally, you were never here. That is of utmost import to remember. Now be gone!
Alright, let's head upstairs and do this ritual, I guess. We'll read everything up there. It's a nice place.
I strongly suggest that you reconsider this course of action. Whatever you expect to gain from the Hells is not worth the risk of traveling there uninvited.
I strongly suggest you shut up and let me do what I want. Helsik's diary. Grimoire bound in imp skin. Blood circle configuration, very important. I mean no disrespect. Go to hell. And then in the circle's center, the Infernal Marble.
You were wise to reject the devil's offer, but there is no reason to provoke him by invading his home.
I will invade whoever's home I feel like. I'm a rogue. Let's go to the House of Hope.
You came. Such a shame. Curiosity killed all the cats. It won't be so kind to you.
As the woman speaks, you hear a distant rattle of chains, and she winces in pain.
The jailer will hear us. I shouldn't be talking to you. I must go. It's not kind to me.
The figure flickers and starts to dim from view, but you sense she could be convinced to return.
Wait, don't go. Who are you?
The figure shimmers brightly. Your words seem to have piqued her curiosity.
Who am I? Oh, it's my favorite question. I scream it into the dark while I sleep, and whisper it to my memories when I wake. I'm the thing that kills you, and the only reason you're alive. Made by a promise, undone by the truth. A handshake, a hug, the first beat of a newborn's heart. I am hope. What little is left of her. A guttering candle in a universe of night. I'm not much of a friend to anyone anymore. But I could use a friend myself. Do you want a friend to guide you through this madhouse? I hear the jailer. It hears me. It'll call Raphael, make every question count. Make some of them count twice.
I need to find the Orphic Hammer. Can you help?
Discovered an ancient gift prince in need of a savior. The Orphic Hammer is the perfect tool for breaking all infernal chains. Hope can help. The hammer is here in this house. It's...
You hear a sound like the rattle of a chain, and an agonizing scream in your head as hope flickers from view momentarily.
Shh. Quiet. There it goes. Everyone here is mad. Even you, especially me. And that makes them dangerous, but it also makes them stupid. I'll make you seem as ruined as the rest of the people here. A simple glamour to make you a terrible wretch.
Thank you.
Now whisper your questions, little wretch, but really quiet and very clever. Concentrate.
The outfit my character got was it's actually good. I like it. Usually it's kind of rubbish in here because I think it's a random one. These rogue stealth options seem like they would be the strongest. I will make my words as soft as the assassin's footfall. I was gonna say, unless I roll a 1, close.
Remember, quiet as a mouse.
I need to find the Orphic Hammer.
The same place you'll find your sorry little soul when Raphael rips it out. In the archive, down the corridor, past the debtor. Oh, the debtors. They won't like you. But I like you. I know I do. I think I do. I hope I do. I just need to ask one question, and I'll know for sure.
What is it?
Can you save me? Please? Please, 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 please.
If I can, I will. What needs to be done?
All right. You have to listen very, very, very closely. I will say this only once. Find the key, take the hammer, smash my chains. Find the key, take the hammer, smash my chains. Find the key, take the hammer, smash my chains. But be careful, when you take the hammer, the fire will come, and Raphael, you must run, 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 run. But don't forget me. Please, please, please. I don't want to burn. Not again.
The rattle of chains echoes louder from unseen places, and without a scream or a sigh, hope disappears.
The Devil's Den is every bit as gaudy as I would have imagined.
Minsc has crossed blades in the blood war, blown bubbles in the river Styx. He is no stranger to the hells. But to be met round every corner with another bronzed bust of the devil's bronzed bosoms. Truly, this is damnation.
The House of Hope. Raphael's abode. Only this time he hasn't invited us to his table.
We have a guest book here. See who came to hell. Not many.
Rest your weary soul. Come in from the cold.
Sounds inviting. Well, this place looks a bit different from the last time we were here. Back in Act 1 when Raphael decided to invite me.
Another sorry soul come to wander these halls. What do you seek?
Tell me what you know of this place.
Despite appearances, this whole house is more of a prison than a parlor. Most here have no choice but to remain. I am one such. This is not my home, but I can never leave.
What ties you to the House of Hope?
I was an architect in life, a builder of tombs and temples, but mostly of towers. My proudest work reached for the stars and sought to dry Selûne's tears. It was a monument to life and to virtue, and a happy home to my master for many years.
Who was your master?
A great general, a greater man, Ketheric Thorm. When tragedy came, my master fell into darkness and despair. He marshaled a great army to ruin the world and bring all into shadow. I could not let it happen. I sought out the devil, Raphael, and signed an infernal pact with him. He promised to destroy my master's army, and I promised him my soul in return. The devil was true to his word. Fiends slaughtered my master's forces, but he endured somehow and blighted the land.
Well, if it brings you any solace, I killed Kithric.
Then all came to pass as I had hoped. Though a century too late for my family and friends. Your actions may have justified the price of my soul. I thank you. Tell me, what became of my pride? What became of Moonrise Towers?
We healed the land and lifted the shadow curse. Moonrise will once again be a beacon of light.
I did not think it possible. Thank you. My spirit smiles for the first time in a century. Now go. Finish your business here and leave while you can.
There are some interesting characters in here, as you would expect.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't look at me. I'm dancing. I love to dance. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
You! Are you good?
I try to be.
You can't be. No one can. No matter how straight we stand, how much we smile. I tried, but I don't think I can ever be good. Instead, I'll be perfect.
Fountain of Baldur's Gate. We kinda got the lore on this recently with the answer video, didn't we? A modest guide to Sword Coast wine.
Heard a step upon the boards. Over here! When is a door not a door? When it's a jam jar!
Ah,
You won't find a way out here. Or a way in.
what is this place?
This is the Chamber of Egress. The portals here crisscross the plains, but they won't open to the likes of you and me. This is how Raphael consults with his clients so efficiently, no matter the time, no matter the place, and it's how he stalks his prey.
There must be something useful here.
Oh, there is. There is. If you stare into the portals long enough, your mind starts to do cartwheels and tricks you into thinking you're falling into a horrible, yawning void. It's one of my favorite ways to pass the time. But you have no time to waste, or time will waste you. What you need from the house is in the archive. Not here.
I do love how there's this map on the floor. Really cool.
Stay out of my way. Don't touch anything and keep quiet. I've had enough pests bothering me today. I don't need another.
What is this place?
The Chamber of Egress, way station of the Hells, providing access to Raphael's clientele wherever they might make their home. I am its keeper, New Baldin, very much not at your service.
And what are you doing here?
I used to work in the prison, ensuring no desirable people left the House of Hope. Now I guard the portals to ensure that no undesirable people enter.
Well, you didn't do very well because I entered. And why don't you work in the prison anymore?
I made a mistake. Raphael doesn't tolerate mistakes. We had one house guest by the name of Gortash. A mischievous little blot of a boy, and he slipped through my fingers.
Gortash was here.
Lord! Is that what he calls himself these days? The snivelling little shit. He was the son of a cobbler or some such meagre tradesman, sold to Raphael by his loving parents to pay off a petty debt. Lord, indeed. I used to bruise my knuckles on his whimpering little face. I'd like to have snapped his neck.
I beat you to it. Let's talk about something else. Do you know Hope?
The greatest pest of all. I've always thought hope to be a dirty, empty little word. She suits it well.
Any idea where I can find her?
She pops in and out of existence all over the house, but whatever you've seen is just a trick of the light. Her corporeal form is down in the dark, bound by unbreakable chains in Raphael's dungeon. It used to be my prison, New Baldin's very own pit of pain. I was its keeper. But that was a very long time ago.
How can I visit this prison?
What interest do you have in the prison?
Well, I'd like to spend some time tormenting the inmates. Good pastime, isn't it?
We all must have our hobbies, I suppose. All right. Turn left when you exit this chamber, and you will find a hatch that leads beneath the house. That's where they keep the naughtiest souls. Do watch out for the guards, though. They're not as reasonable as you and I.
Thanks, mate. We won't tell him about Gortash because it would excite him too much, I think.
Azkatla, city of coin, capital of Arn. They say the streets are paved with gold. Neverwinter, jewel of the north. I wonder if the cult of the Absolute has influence there as well.
Waterdeep, the crown of the north.
The forces of the Absolute could threaten even the City of Splendors if they were to reach it.
Salty air, the patter of feet. Baldur's Gate lies beyond.
We have our own portal to take us back to Baldur's Gate.
This portal leads directly to the frigid citadel of Mephistar, nestled in the Hells.
Mephistar, home to the archdevil Mephistopheles. Raphael's bold indeed if he ever visits uninvited. Luskan, city of sails, at the far north of the Sword Coast, in the shadow of the spine of the world.
Menzoberranzan, the jewel of the Underdark, lies beyond.
Menzoberranzan, city of spiders. Of course Raphael has dealings in the depths of the Underdark.
I like this portal room. I have to wonder if there was ever a time in Baldur's Gate 3 development where they were going to make this portal room actually access places. Sadly, we'll never find out because they're not doing DLC for the game, but it would have been a pretty big undertaking.
Here, the chaos of the world is dimmed. Here, the violence of life is pacified. Here, there is order. There is but one law, and it is immutable. I am that law. Let your heart be glad, let your tongue rejoice, and let your soul rest forever in this house of hope. When debts are paid and afflictions cured, rejoice in the new life granted to you by my benevolence.
I like to watch the door to the boudoir. I like to see who goes in, who comes back out, and who never does.
Does Raphael mind your watching his comings and goings?
Why? It was his idea. Here I watch, forever and forever. I can never join in, but I'll always look.
You know what goes on inside that room?
Oh, I like to peep through the keyhole. There's so much to see. So much to see.
Huh. Treasure? Don't mind if I do. 666 gold. And the Howdusk helmet. Pretty good. And there is also the Staff of Spell Power in here, which is another Staff of Arcane Battery. And Mole's contract. Huh, so she did sign a contract with Raphael. About creation of Orphic Hammer.
Hellfire, the great gift of Mephistopheles.
Away! This is Raphael's chamber pod.
Are you its guardian?
Its admirer, its protector. It is my one true beloved.
Got Tame and Hope Part 2 here. I don't know if we've come across Part 1 yet, but if we do, we do. Raphael doing some fucked up shit, though.
My blood! It's burning! Sizzling! Do you feel it? Don't come too close. My bones are kindling. Soon they'll catch light.
I'm in two minds. The rat in the man in the rat, they gnaw at one another. Which one will be the meat and which one will be the tooth?
How did you end up here?
Cheated my chums, took everything and ran. The kindly devil hid me from them, made sure they'd never find me.
Familiar.
I skitter now, bested the litter, and hungry, want victuals sweet with a rot. Simpler life, but harder.
We met someone who was turned into a rat. Seems like that's a favourite of Raphael.
Sister, welcome. It's so good to see a new face.
Aren't there many new faces?
Plenty. Raphael brings new guests all the time. Some faces don't stay fresh for very long, though.
Who are you?
Who am I? I do not know. Who was I? I can answer. A priest. I spent most of my life singing praise to a god who did not listen. 1,000 prayers with no reply. Imagine it. Raphael answered the first time I called out to him.
And what did you ask of Raphael?
Not riches or miracles. Just enough coin to keep my family happy and healthy. Raphael delivered, and then I was delivered to him.
Flock to me, all who are burdened, and I will give you hope. For my house is yours, and the door is always open.
You look positively wretched. Perfect. Hello again, little mice. The price for speaking is steep, but I must give warning. Your prize is just ahead in the archive, but you can't take it yet. And even if you could, you mustn't. Trigger the alarm, and Raphael will come swooping home on wings of malice to rip out your soul. In this house, thieves are melted like butter and spread onto toast. Shh. I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again.
I need you to stay calm, Hope, and guide me.
I can. I shall. I can. I shall. The archivist is the key, but he's as stubborn as a king and as serious as a heart attack. Exploit his piddling weakness and make him grovel! Oh no. They hear me. Speak quickly, speak softly. You know how this goes.
You hesitate a moment too long, and Hope begins to fidget and panic.
I don't hear a thing, Sir Jailer, except for the gentle cracking of my ribs.
Hope vanishes from sight, and the house seems to tighten around you like a constricting artery.
A list of essential personnel. Wine goblet.
Spilt wine is laced with the perfume of an exquisite poison. An unexpected treat.
Interesting.
There can be no hell without hope.
Oh, let's into the archive, see what's in here.
Let you bring disorder into the archive.
I'm not bringing anything, you little fosspot. I'm just here to watch the story unfold. Well, well, well. Look what we have here.
Hello, Corilla.
Can't resist the faintest hint of a temptation, can you? I suppose that makes two of us. That little disguise Hope gave you is adorable. I can see right through it, of course. And so will Raphael. He's going to notice you nosing around his house. I hope you're ready to face a very angry devil.
What are you doing here?
Me? This is home base. I'm not even going to ask what you're doing here. Plausible deniability. Might want to steer clear of my sister Hope, though. She's mad as a March hare. If she'd just agreed to serve Raphael, he'd probably have released her a long time ago. As things stand, she's his favorite toy. We're all mad here. But hope in hell? Why, that's the definition of insanity.
Hope is your sister.
She is. Though we've got about as much in common as a princess and a pauper. Raphael offered her the world. She didn't want it. He sweetened the deal. She said no. No matter how many times he upped the ante, she just laughed in his face. He didn't like that. Eventually, he took her by force, trapped her and swore he wouldn't let her go till she gave him what he wanted. Conversion. The stubborn ass has endured more torment than any soul should be able to. Even when he took all of her skin, she held on to hope. Raphael finds that puzzling. And he loves puzzles. You being here is another puzzle. You don't seem like you want to die. You want my advice? Enjoy whatever life remains to you. When Raphael catches you, you'll never enjoy anything again?
I love the background music in this area.
A guest? Are you a client of the Master, or a visitor from elsewhere in the Hells? I do not believe you were invited. One moment. I shall consult the visitor's schedule.
He's
His
just
eyes
faking a
flicker
book.
back and forth as if he is reading a book. He has the schedule memorized, or it's carved into his eyelids.
Most irregular. The schedule is all but clear, and yet you are here.
I just want to explore the archive.
Be my guest. Even if you're not scheduled for an appointment, this is a civilized place. As long as you don't remove any of the artifacts, nobody will remove your skin. Unless Master Raphael decides otherwise, of course.
Are there any highlights in the collection?
A fine pair of gauntlets that allow the wearer to twist the head from even the most resilient malingerer. An amulet that causes the blood to surge and the heart to swell, along with other parts. Most invigorating. And awaiting installation, we have secured a rod that gathers the weave around it in great quantities, just as surely as shit gathers flies. And of course, the Orphic Hammer itself is the prize of the collection.
I've come for the hammer.
Have you indeed? That's splendid. The Orphic Hammer is one of Master Raphael's most prized possessions. You can't have it. You can't even touch it. And I would suggest you don't think about it.
I just want to admire the craftsmanship. Doesn't look like we'll be admiring the craftsmanship.
Excellent. You can admire it with your eyes from a distance.
Yeah, it's just
When
sitting
the
here.
Orphic Hammer strikes like thunder, even astral chains are torn asunder.
Let's look around. Now these items are pretty good. And they're items that we need for Shadowheart's build. But
Not
now,
as bad as it could have.
we're not going to stir up drama. Here's the gauntlets that Halsick wants. We also want them.
Do not think of what you have lost. Do not dwell on your debts. Set your mind on higher things. Set your mind on me. I am the architect of destiny. I am the purveyor of hope. I am the future.
The Nautiloid Adventurers. That one's an interesting one, isn't it?
The Master will deal with you when he returns. And I'll mop up whatever remains.
Okay. I shall speak to him then. We're gonna go back here, do a little jump.
A lost little mouse is running through the house.
Raphael?
A thief in the night, greedy and here to take. Why are you here, little thief?
You're looking very skimpy.
Raphael? Ha! No. You will have a far crueler master than Raphael soon. But what inspired you to pay him a visit?
I seek the Orphic Hammer.
Raphael all but spent himself to get that hammer. And you want to take it off him? This is very naughty. Whatever are we to do? Why don't we play a game? You win, I give you everything you desire. But you'll enjoy yourself more if you lose.
What's the game?
It's a surprise. Off with your clothes.
No.
Tut, tut.
You will make a pretty feast.
Alright.
Won't give in.
Let's deal with Harlop, who is basically Raphael's sex slave. And Raphael likes himself so much that he just decided to make Harlop look like Raphael. Also, Ethereal Escape, very annoying. This fight can definitely get a little bit out of hand, because there will be imps if he's here there. He summons imps, and they all have Eldritch Blast. Can definitely kill us. And I think they reflect radiant damage because, let's see, on these ones, fleet and protection? Yes. Okay. That's why Jaheira is taking damage. Let's see if we can kill these ones here. Nice. We'll get rid of one side of them so we don't get blasted off. Yeah. They just cast Eldritch Blast, basically. And it is the knockback version of it. I just hope Minsc doesn't cast any, you know, spells that we need. See what he does. Globe of Invulnerability, but thankfully not the scroll. See if we can stun Harlop. Nice. Don't really want Jaheira hanging out on the edge of the world. Because we stunned Harlop, we might be able to beat his ass through the ethereal protection. I'm not sure, but we're going for the imps anyway. Nice. Some damage on him before he can escape. Oh. Well, we got 2 more scrolls of disintegrate, but just used one. Rude. It makes sense. Wow, Minsc, you're being so rude right now, man. Alright, Minsc is no longer charmed. That's good. He was blasting us for a moment there. Watch this Harlop's next move. It is kind of funny seeing Raphael in skimpy gimp suit, you know? Nice. Charm didn't go through. Let's go. Here you might have 1 HP, but gotta get that damage on. Sure. That'll do him.
What to do?
Can be a hard fight. Alright, what have we got here? Key from Raphael's safe. Some underwear that we're not going to take. And the Howled Dusk gloves. Let's look around the room, see what we got in here. Faucets here. Restoration faucet. It's basically like taking a long rest. You know, it restores all of the spell slots and everything. You can use it as many times as you want. Also, it's kind of cheating. I didn't actually know about these things when I first played through, so I did the whole House of Hope without using them. So it was a challenging run through here the first time I ever came through, but now we know about it. Got a button here. There's also a trap on this painting, so we should probably get rid of the trap first. Unlocks a safe. And Raphael's notes. Give me my heart's desire.
A keyword. This will help us get what we need from the archive.
Now I guess we can leave the boudoir. We'll go out the door.
Show your invitation.
My invitation was murder. Alright, here we stand in front of the Orphic Hammer. We've come to the path of the quest, where things get dead. That was a good timing on that sound effect.
There it is. The Orphic Hammer, right within reach. A magical field surrounds the item, preventing you or anyone from touching it. You surmise it's controlled by a vocal component. Magic words.
Give me my heart's desire.
The magic blinks away at your words.
Careful. No matter how stealthy you are, a squirrel will always know when you have stolen his nuts. Boo has learned this at great cost.
I love how the game auto-saves right when you do that. It's like, now you know you fucked up. Let's go ahead and grab the Orphic Hammer, shall we?
Just rang Raphael's dinner bell.
This is delightful. You have what you wanted, but you cannot leave lest all hells break loose. A hopeless situation.
The Orphic Hammer is ours, which means we could free Orpheus if we wish.
If we wish.
The Orphic Hammer. I will admit, I did not expect it to be an actual hammer.
Ha! From right beneath the devil's nose, we have stolen his orphic... orphonic... May I borrow this hammer and beat whoever named it about the brains?
Fair enough, Minsc. Now, we're probably going to put this hammer on Shadowheart for now because, well, we need it equipped anyway. She'll lose a little bit of damage, and because there are a few more items I need from here, let's go ahead and take them. And we are going to immediately put those on Shadowheart. It does mean we lose the Radiant Orb, but, you know, it is what it is. But now when she does re-equip that sword, it will do a lot more damage. These are the final two items I really need to finish Shadowheart's build, so we finally have them. Obviously, I'm gonna have to do the skill points again, so we get more dexterity up and stuff like that. Before we head out of this room, let's go ahead and pop some potions. Let's get out there.
I've got good news. Bad news. Worst news. Good news. You got what you came for. Successful visit. Great success. Fantastic work. Bad news. So many things will be on fire when you step outside of this room. You included. That's okay, no, right? It's hell. You expected it to be hot. Worst news, Raphael's on his way home, and oh boy, he is spitting mad. You planned for this. I know you did. You have everything under control. It's really important that you don't panic, even when your eyes evaporate from the heat. Come to my prison, bring the hammer, break my chains, and then we exit stage any which way.
I'll be there, Hope.
Quick as a cockroach, lickety-split, if you don't mind.
It is now very hot out here. We've got rolling balls of doom, so we'll just try for the running section. Yeah, we kind of want to blow these guys up along the way before they have the chance to blow up on us, so... Now, one thing I learned from my first time doing this You know, because we have Cunning Dash, we don't really want to use it, because otherwise we'll get too far ahead and then we'll get cut off. I had Astarion like running ahead on my first playthrough because one of these spawned in front of us. Counterspell the Eldritch Blast because we don't really want to be pushed back. Really, Minsc, now is not the time for entanglement. I'll get Minsc to Misty Steer. Because at least then he can move. It was a bad entangle though, I must say. It was the idea behind the Wild Magic Sorcerer. Get Jaheira to go punch this guy and maybe we can stop the explosion. Not stop the explosion, but I should probably change her manifestation also, because she is currently doing damage to herself. The problem with hell is that there's fire everywhere. Oh, 50 damage. I was gonna say, are they weak to force or something? Because it was a lot. Very nice.
Careful. The jailer will swallow you whole if you take another step. And you won't be able to save me while you're being digested. You found my prison. My body is held in chains just beyond. The whole house is tumbling down and Raphael's striding across the plains to come catch a mouse. And I swing that big, beautiful hammer, crack open my chains, and let's get out of here. It's time to buy this coop on a hope and a prayer.
Any advice when it comes to fighting Raphael?
Don't! But if you must, make sure I'm with you. He makes mistakes when he's angry, and seeing me running free will make him as angry as an axe head.
Well, let's do this.
You sound so brave, but we really don't have a choice.
Into the prison. There's hope. And she has some guards. This fight can get kind of bad because there are imps. And you know what the imps do in this place. So let's get to it. Hopefully can take out one of the imps at least this turn. Nice. Honestly, I think I'll let the imps come for me. Now with Shadowheart, because she has her shoes, as long as she's concentrating on a spell, she can actually move around. And it shouldn't, in theory, get her blasted off the cliff. Now, the concentration just has to hold, which is the hard part. Jaheira goes flying out the room. The spectators can also be kind of deadly to fight against, obviously. We haven't fought against one of them in a very long time now, but they're always a deadly enemy. I'm not even going to try bending luck anymore with Minsc, because I don't really want to be crit for half my health ever again. Could be a good opportunity for a chain lightning. They're all stacked. Nice, that gets rid of 2 imps. We can't really get Jaheira to jump over just yet. It's dangerous. But Shadowheart can do some killing. And at least the spectator came to us.
Blood it shall have to be.
We should be able to kill this spectator here. Alright, Jaheira, take it down.
Always nice to be wanted.
Very good. Shadowheart, go break those chains.
Free! I never thought I would be believed. I could be hoped I might be. Heads will roll!
Hopefully not ours.
But we must dress the Hollyphant in the room. I can see how you avoid looking at me. I must be so terribly mutilated after all these decades of torture. Don't hold back. Tell me how bad it is.
You look beautiful, Hope.
I'd blush if they had left me any skin to redden, and I would kiss you if they had not torn off my lips.
Seriously, there's nothing wrong with you, physically at least.
I hope that was a compliment. We'll carve our way to the entrance hall and chop Raphael into messes. That's the hopeful version, of course. The likely version is that we are the messes and he is the chopper. Onward! onward!
Alright, we're just gonna go out the way we came in because I think it's easier to get there. Obviously, we could go up the other way. That would allow us to use the restoration faucets again, but we don't need to because we didn't actually use anything.
This is it! The big showdown, the final act, the glorious ruin that comes to us all! There is also the slim possibility that we win!
And I think we're ready.
There are 3 things you need to know about Raphael. He's almost home now, closer than a kiss. His favorite color is blood. And he probably knows 1,000 ways to kill us.
Alright.
This is going to hurt.
Now, before I start this fight, I will say I'll probably shut up for the first few minutes of the music because I know why you're all here. If I'm just sitting here not talking, we're just enjoying the music together, alright? And I probably will deal with the fight the normal way. We're not just gonna stun Raphael and deal with him easy mode. We're gonna deactivate the pillars and stuff. So it should be a good battle.
Time slows for a moment, and the air becomes thicker. The master of the house is coming.
You.
Hello, Yerger.
There are many things in your world that I loathe. Litters of kittens, chattering children, the noise and the chaos of it all. In my world, in my house, there is order and there is decorum. You came here uninvited, and you stole from me. In doing so, you brought the chaos of your world into mine. I will not abide it.
You need better staff. Gorilla didn't even try to stop me.
I didn't need to. It was very entertaining watching you dig your own grave. I permitted you the freedom to decide your own fate. You could have been smart, selfless, saved the world. Instead, you came here and risked everything.
It's the fatal flaw of mortal kind. Take away their free will and they call you a tyrant. Allow them to indulge it and they become tyrants. You would have been heroes if you'd only dealt fairly with me. Instead, you're not so different to doomed Karsus, overreaching your limits and burning your world to ash.
Wrong! 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 They will save their world and smash you to smithereens.
It's this charming naivety that makes your company such a joy to me, Hope. I'll even forgive this little rebellion once you're suitably chastised.
This isn't a rebellion. It's a revolt. I'm revolting!
Then Hope dies today. Commander, you can salvage a trophy from these insects when I'm done with them.
These insects struck me down beneath the Shadowlands. They are worthy opponents. Their skulls will make fine trophies.
I've actually always managed to convince Yerger to help, but I don't really have big persuasion skills in this playthrough, so I don't know if it's going to be happening without a natural 20 roll. But we'll give it a try. Doing the winning side, Yerger, Raphael doesn't stand a chance against us. This is the first time I'll have to fight Yerger here.
You overestimate your abilities. I stand with Raphael.
If you have any last words, make it quick. It will only take a moment to finish you.
I've been hoping to kill you ever since I met you.
Hope. It always burns you in the end, little mouse. Now, down comes the claw.
mortal lives expire. Souls go to their dooms in flame
Hell has its laws. Hell. Effect and the cause. Curtain falls, but hold your applause. Squirm, for now down here come the claws. You have fought. Brave, but it's all been for naught. True souls that couldn't be bought. Doomed, detected, and caught.
Into position.
No more deals, it's over. The final act, you're doomed. No more grace, it's over. This house of hope.
Well, the fight started well. Like I said, I'll let you all listen to the music for the first round of it. It's a good song. I love that Raphael is singing his own battle theme. I'm glad we took out Yerger immediately. He didn't do anything. And I love that Minsc entangled himself again. For a second time this episode. Alright, Raphael, what do you got for us? Okay, not too big at least. As soon as he casts Incinerate, I'm like, let's go ahead and get Hope to revoke some people. Heal up for Minsc and Franca. Got all these fellas around Jaheira, so maybe we can take some of them out. We've got a few mini arrows left. Yeah, like I said earlier though, I never used the faucets in this place the first time I played through, so this fight on my first playthrough was ridiculous. Pretty sure we can disintegrate the towers. Yeah. That's what I was keeping the disintegrates for. So we can immediately kill 2 towers, which makes it so he has a little less power. Counterspell the Ray of Fire. Please don't entangle yourself again. Seeing him entangle himself twice this episode is like, man, Minsc, what are you doing, mate? Now you will notice we still have the Orphic Hammer on Shadowheart for now, but there is a reason behind that. And now that we're taking out the towers, Raphael has become big mad. Such a cool model though, this. I love Raphael's ascendant demon form. It looks very much like Diablo. Now let's go ahead and revoke this guy. Thankfully, Hope can heal Minsc and Franca. After Raphael was rude and took them down. Too bad they're also standing in Hellfire. Alright, preserve life. Very good healing ability. Damn, explosions everywhere here. Nice. I'm so glad I didn't try to stop them. Alright, Shadowheart. Let's get to work on the towers. This is why she still has the Orphic Hammer on. Because it does a lot of damage. High rolled too. 81, holy. Let's get Bless out on everyone but Minsc. I guess Shadowheart didn't need Bless, but yeah. Kind of forgot he had it from the statue. I'll throw a magic missile at the tower. Then I'll shoot Raphael in the face. We finally got our first bit of damage off on him. Go beat him up before he ascends, Jahira. Now we aren't going to stun him. As easy as it would be to stun him, because he doesn't have legendary defense, like most other bosses, we aren't going to stun him because it will make the fight too easy. That tower fell anyway because it had little to no health. Now this spell does a lot of damage. I don't know if Minsc can actually counterspell it. It's gonna hurt. Potentially, if not. We're gonna have to try a Tides of Chaos. 73. And it does Hellfire damage, so... Here's another Preserve Life. Then do a single target heal on Minsc. Because Hope is like a life cleric, all of her heals do extra healing. Take down this other pillar. Alright, the final tower is gone. It's just Raphael against the heroes. Just punch the shit out of him, Jahira. He is prone, so we'll have to use movement to stand up. You shield that, Minsc. Easy, hates Minsc, huh? Minsc is not having a great fight against Raphael. Nice, we saved from the Punished Divinity drain. Awesome. And then because there's no Punished Divinity anymore, let's get Spirit Guardians rolling. Dealt with the worst of Raphael, I would say. Enchant the weapon of each creature within 6 meters to do force damage? Yeah. That include Raphael, who did get knocked on his ass. I think it's time to say goodbye to Raphael.
Detected and
It's absolutely preposterous that any of us are alive. Maybe we're not. Pinch yourself and check we're not dreaming the last of our lives as we die screaming.
I expected him to put up more of a fight.
I was just about quite all right with the amount of fight he put up. If anything, I would have preferred less. What a wonderful, jubilant, glorious day. But my poor sister, Corilla.
She did get fried.
It is not right that she died. And that makes me want to weep an ocean.
It was Minx's chain lightning. I was like, maybe it, like in my mind, obviously I wasn't talking, so I wasn't talking out loud, but in my mind I was like, maybe if I can save Corilla, I might see something I haven't seen yet. Because I don't know what happens if you keep her alive. Well, Minx's chain lightning sorted it. I don't think there was any way to save her.
When we were children, she always kept the last piece of pastry for me and bloodied the nose of the bullies who pulled my hair. She was my sister. But as a wise woman once said, there's no point in crying over spilt blood. We must go on. And despite all the years I've lost, I have enough love in my heart to guide you home.
For the first time since you heard her voice, hope seems calm, and the peace flows from her into you, soothing your very soul.
Where will you go now that you're free?
Nowhere but here. I don't quite think I know where anywhere else is anymore. With a lick of paint and a thorough cleaning, this could be a lovely little house. And I can hardly leave. After all, who would ever want to think of hell without hope? I hope I'll see Corilla again one day, and that she'll say sorry, and I'll tell her she's forgiven. I hope I find all the pieces of my mind that fell out of my head over all those years, and that I'll be able to put myself back together again. I hope the echoes of pain will fade, and memories of sorrow will die, and that you'll visit me here someday.
I'll try.
And I hope you have a happy ending of your own.
Thanks, Hope. Now we get some legendary gloves for Jaheira. We'll talk to everyone and then we'll get the loot. That's not all we get.
To slay a devil in his domain is to end him entire. Or it should be. I am still primed to hear some slimy final rhyme from beyond the grave.
Ah, damn it! To end a devil in the hells is to end him for true. Boo was hoping to make a hobby of killing Raphael over and over again.
Boo would do that.
That's the last of Raphael. I'll be glad to no longer have to suffer his smug face.
He has the legendary Hell Dusk armor. So anyone can wear this armor actually. It's you are considered proficient with this armor while wearing it. Which means even if you're a caster, you can wear this armor. We're likely going to give it to Shadowheart. I think it would look better on her. And he's got 3 diary entries, which all talk about us because he is a fan. Number 2. I am Raphael. I am not easily bested. Number 3. Alright, Raphael, it was fun, but we'll be going now.
So you wormed your way into the Devil's Lair, risked mind, limb, and freedom, all to steal the Orphic Hammer. I hope your ambitions end there. I have already told you that the Githyanki Prince only wants to see you dead. But it seems you still do not trust me.
You enjoy being a mind flayer more than being a human or let an answer kill you. So can you blame me for not trusting you?
You are falling into the same trap as the Chosen. Their distrust of one another is their undoing. We must not make the same mistake. We must work together.
We are working together. That doesn't mean I have to trust you.
I'm disappointed to hear that. Nonetheless, our fates are bound. And in the absence of a happier union, I will accept a useful one. You may think yourself ingenious for having slain a devil, but you have merely ironed out a wrinkle. The Elder Brain will not be such an easy foe. It is time we resume our journey to find it.
Trips to the Hells are usually one way, especially when the Traveler causes the kind of trouble you did. I knew you were a thief, didn't realize you were a killer. Raphael's death is already causing quite a stir across the Hells. It's a rare thing for a mortal to slay a devil of his stature. In all the excitement, I hope you didn't forget our bargain. Do you have the gauntlets?
Yes.
Hand them over, and our deal is done.
I've decided to keep them.
That can be arranged. If there's enough coin on the table, Mammon permits almost anything.
I don't think you understand. I just killed a devil in his own home, and I'll be keeping the gauntlets.
Not a subtle point, but well made. Keep the gauntlets. Your threats aren't necessary, but your coin is still welcome, Devil Slayer.
Easiest gauntlets of my life. Alright, before we head back to camp to wrap up the episode finally, we do have a few stops to be made. So let's first head back to the guild, because we did pick up Mole's contract while we were in the Hells.
Ready to do some business?
I found the contract you signed with Raphael, Mole. Do you want it?
Give me that! Can't have this floating around loose. I thought I was meant to be the thief.
Is that how you survived the Shadowlands? A deal with Raphael?
So what if it is? Choosing the right allies is just common sense. You wouldn't have made it this far on your own. Big Raph doesn't own me. He's just giving me the tools to keep myself alive and to take what I want. As for what that is, well, you didn't think I planned to stop at running the Fetcher's brats, did you?
Everyone who takes a devil's deal thinks they're in control, Mole.
You should know by now that I'm not everyone. If Raphael doesn't know that yet, he'll learn.
Well, show me what you're capable of. There's a fight for the city's survival coming. Can I count on your help? Minsc, how about? Didn't need it this time, of course.
I wouldn't miss it for the world. Baldur's Gate is home now, and the brats are my family. Nobody messes with my family.
We won't let her know that Raphael is dead, because I think she gets angry. Let's go talk to Nine Fingers before we head out as well, because we have Minsc here now, and I think there might be some dialogue.
Kind of you to take the Zentarim down first. That doesn't make us friends. Come on then, Stone Lord. If you mean to take my chair, you'll get no better chance than this.
Minsc has no interest in your furniture, Nine Fingers. Only in the wicked rump that fills it.
What?
You have been a stone in this city's boot for too long. And it will be no Stone Lord who reaches twixt Baldur and sticky toes to dislodge you. It will be Minsc!
I haven't got the slightest idea what he's trying to say.
I think he's into you.
Proof that he is back to normal, no?
He's threatening you. Feel threatened.
Well, I'm confused, if that counts. But if he no longer answers to Stone Lord... Good. I'd rather you die as Minsc, the mad Rashimar. It's silly, but... Do you know? You were something of a hero of mine when I was young.
Even now, your tongue twists the truth. When you were young and 10-fingered still, Minsc and Boo were stone, instatuated on a city square.
Aye. I remember the spot. By a garden on the Wide. A soft thicket near the market, with ample pockets to pick. Celestia itself to a street rat looking for shelter. You might not have been wrestling monsters, but you kept the wind and the rain off. Heroic enough for me.
Bah! You tried to dampen Boo's eyes. Do not think you will be spared his teeth. Evil is evil, even if it was once innocent.
Oh, I'm no innocent. But evil? Well, you tell me. With the Fist, the Watch, and the Council itself all licking the Absolute's boots, who's the only one left standing to protect Baldur's Gate?
She's right, Minsc. She's been an ally down through the years. A friend, even.
A friend? Jaheira, Boo cannot believe his ears. Has the city fallen so far in our absence? Are there no heroes left?
Heroes come and go. But the Guild has always been here, protecting the city. Until the Stone Lord came to break us.
Well, Ranger, you cannot always leave it up to your McLaren. Make your choice.
Jaheira says she is no Wicklaren. Perhaps not. But if she says I should not honor, defend, and listen to her, it is the only time she has ever been wrong. If she trusts in Nine Fingers, if you do, then so will Minsc. But that means the things Minsc has done. I am shamed. Nadeshka. Unworthy to fight alongside my friends. Ooh, what am I to do?
I can't speak for your rodent, but I know something of debts. If you reckon you've got one to repay, well, we could always work together.
With you? Pfft. Minsc has no lust for gold, that he would shake grandmothers by their ankles, or set Boo nibbling at their purse strings.
I'm not talking about that. We've both got bigger enemies than one another. The city's enemies. And Tyr's honest truth, you gave my guild the wake-up call it needed. We've grown complacent, lazy, too sure of our standing. We never would have needed the Zent if we'd had a fighting force of our own. Swords for the city when the Watch and the Fist fail us.
Like a berserker lodge of my homeland. No army or militia serving the local lords, but heroes working for the common good.
Heroes? Sure.
Very well. Minsc and Boo accept.
I'm sorry, you what?
Boo and I will be your berserker lodge, taking the ugly ways of your guild and beating them into a more virtuous shape.
That's not even slightly what I was saying. I wasn't asking.
You are right. I have proven myself unworthy. I cannot serve this city if I was so easily turned against it.
Your
if
face.
I do not know my own mind, perhaps I no longer know what is good.
Simple then. Trust that Boo will guide you both.
Boo!
Boo.
Boo! Kingpin Boo! My friend, your wisdom is vast and unknowable as the Rashimi High Country. What say you, Boo? When the Absolute is slain, shall we join Nine Fingers Keene and show her the ways of goodness?
You did say he was your hero, Estelle. Maybe you'll learn something.
Oh, can't we just go back to killing one another instead? All right, fine. Let's leave this particular fight for when the actual war is won, shall we? With the Stone Lord off my back, I'll be able to bring my people out of hiding. Cobble together a force, so we're ready when you call on us. You have my thanks. Though, I'm still not actually sure you haven't made my life that little bit harder.
That story you told Minsc, was any of it true?
You can't just swallow every bit of storybook tripe that you hear.
Do I strike you as a little lost girl looking for a hero?
Oh, you're welcome for Minsc.
Enemies and assets are all the guild know. Don't think I won't use him. If the Rashomar wants to work off a blood debt, I won't turn him down. Scares my kingpins shitless. My guild was too fractured to stand up to the Absolute. Too corrupt to see the threat within. I reckon a little bit of hamster talk might be good for them.
And you're sure you'll handle Minsc so easily as that?
What? I was trying to spy a nice warm spot for Boo's bedding.
I think I'll manage. We need to survive the fight to come first. So let's save our talk for a bright new day. Hmm?
I have never actually seen that interaction because I never brought Boo... Oh, not Boo. I never brought Minsc here after dealing with the Zentarum. One more place to go before we head back to camp.
Ah, you finally come. Have you retrieved the Orphic Hammer? Will our prince's chains finally be broken?
I've retrieved the hammer.
The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from the Lich Queen's tyranny. The prophecy is one step closer to fruition. Among the Githyanki, one gift is esteemed above all others. The Silver Sword. Take it. Wield it in honor of Gith, the great liberator, and her unforgotten son. Istik, now that you have the hammer, you must find a way to enter the astral prism. Once inside, smash Orpheus's bonds. His cry will shake the plains, and I will fly to your aid. The Prince of the Comet will sear the heavens again. First we'll defeat the Absolute, then we let the Lich Queen tremble.
Think again. I will not permit your entry.
Mate, I'm just talking to Voss.
Questions, Istik? You seem to be lost in thought.
Well, Orpheus sensed a tadpole before and his guard attacked. Won't he attack if we free him?
The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you.
Getting into the prison will be complicated.
Yes. But you will meet this challenge, as you've met so many others. Istik, friend to Orpheus. Together we will end the Elder Brain which shakes this city. Then I turn my sights to Vlaakith, the Queen of Deceit. You break Prince Orpheus free, his psionic cry will alert us. I will fly to your side. Together, we will fell the Elder Brain and thwart the grand design.
Maybe I should have talked to Kudanos first. Oh well. He'd give us a little bit more dialogue. He's Voss's dragon. And we got the Silver Sword of the Astral Plane, which is lae'zel's best in slot sword. lae'zel probably isn't going to be doing any more fighting in this playthrough, but yeah, this is probably our final long rest of the video game. Because the next episode onward is going to be the finale. It is going to happen over multiple episodes, but...
No amount of contracts will save Raphael from the fate we forced upon him. A devil well slain, if I say so myself.
Indeed.
Defeating a devil in his own home feels very, very good, actually.
Actually. The way he says actually.
So, Gortash's parents sold him to a warlock. Why does that sound so familiar? I've got no interest in empathizing with the fuck. But maybe what he did to me was some kind of mirror of what happened to him. When you get fucked up, you fuck up right back.
The hammer is ours. The devil is snuffed out. Our power is undeniable.
You finally earned your silver sword. How do you feel?
Incredible. Since I was old enough to hold a blade, I've dreamt of wielding a silver sword. The swords cleave both meat and mind, body and brain. To swing one, mesmerizing. To be slain by one, agonizing. Everyone I bleed with the sword will be my tribute to Prince Orpheus.
Let's see if we can get some history on the silver sword. It might be difficult because of our low intelligence. Pretty close though.
lae'zel gave a thorough description. You can't think of more you would add.
Thanks, narrator. What makes the silver sword so special?
A Kithrak's silver sword is more than a weapon. It is an extension of your will, an entire limb unto itself. You merely need to think strike, and it strikes. The sword carves the correct path and carries your arm with it. The ancient slates tell us that each sword holds a fragment of the living gate, a flesh portal made from the stuffs of nightmare. The silver injures the body, the gate's flesh injures the mind. A formidable weapon against Geich.
Our history checks and stuff are not that great today. We keep failing them. We're not getting the extra insight. Could the sword be enough to break Orpheus free?
Certainly not, or the Prince's honor guard would have already fractured his prison. Only the Orphic Hammer can break Orpheus free. To think, Orpheus's release is within our grasp. When we next enter the astral prism, the Prince of the Comet will soar again.
Raphael's good and gone. Feels damn good too. Now, if only I could get rid of the other devil in my life.
Ready and waiting.
Raphael is no more. I shall not shed any tears.
That is where I shall bring this episode to an end. I'm not sure how long it's going to be. It's probably going to be a long one because I recorded almost 2 2-hour sessions to record this episode. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Split between 2 days of recording. It was a good one though. I really enjoyed A House of Hope. I think it's one of the best things in the game. When you go down there, do that nice dungeon run. It does feel like an actual dungeon run, you know? It's got everything. It's got intrigue, it's got stealth, it's got Raphael coming out to kill us. In the next episode, we will start the finale. We will be heading towards where the brain is hiding out. And over the next few episodes, we'll be wrapping up the game. I'd expect there's probably about 4 more. But yeah, thanks for watching this episode. I hope you have a great night or day, depending on when you're watching. And I shall see you in the next episode.